Hey, I'm Angel.
And I'm Luna, and this is the sleepover episode.
Today, we're talking all things sleepover from the late 90s, 2000s, right up until now. Let's snuggle up, get on the bed and get comfortable, and let's talk sleepover.
Let's
So,
do it.
who was your celebrity crush or crushes?
Oh, you know what, Angel? I think my number one is the kid from Peter Pan. This is back when I was a kid, though. Okay, so it's not weird. Like maybe it's weird now. I wouldn't say it now, but the kid from Peter Pan, and also School of Rock, the kid from School of Rock. I think everyone had a crush on him when it first came out. What about you?
I think I absolutely there's three guys who I'm absolutely enamored by. I think Keanu Reeves, he's super cute, super sexy. I absolutely love Richard Gere. Richard Gere is so classy and he's just dreamboat. And Kevin Costner, I used to love watching Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and I would dream about him climbing up to the tree to rescue me and bring me down. It's just, he's so dreamy. The other
Keanu,
one I want to
Keanu's a
bring up,
good one.
yeah, I had my favorite muso of all time, but I still love to this very day. If you ever watch this, hi, Brian Adams. My God, this guy ages like a fine wine. He's just so beautiful. Like he's what 60 something, and he doesn't look a day over 40. I'm sorry, he's dreamy.
What about crushes though that were your own age? Because I had older ones too, obviously, but did you have crushes that were around your own age that you also watched in movies that you thought, or that maybe
Not
they were a singer?
mm, Mario Lopez,
Mm.
actor. Mario Lopez, Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, I was about to say that he was fine in that.
Mario,
He still is fine, but he was
oh
fine in Saved by the Bell.
yeah, Mario Lopez is a honey.
Mm.
Hi, Mario. I just, I don't know. It's his when he talks, but when he smiles, it's his dimples that pop out, and it's kind of like his eyes just go ping, and it's kind of like, oh my god.
Yeah, and he's nice. Yeah, in Saved by the Bell, even his eyes were just so like big and just I don't
Yeah,
know how to explain it. He's a
AC Slater.
very good looking man.
Oh, then you what?
All right, let's roll on with another question, shall we? I'm going to pick one from the list here that we have. All right, let's bring up a random memory. Milk bar trips.
I used to love.
Walking to the milk bar with your friends, right? Your mum would give you go and even what $5-6 was enough to get something. You go and ask for pocket change, coins, and you'd all walk to the milk bar. You feel like boss, you feel like the best. You're all laughing, playing along, and then you get there, and then what do you buy? What do you buy, Angel? Tell me.
Oh my god, me has to be the chocolates or lollies or both.
Mm.
Big bag, not big bag, but a good sized chunk of bag.
The thing is, you used to be able to get a bag of chocolates or lollies, and you could pick out a few different ones. You know, this was 10 cents, this was 5 cents.
Yeah,
Put three in the bag, put four in the bag, and that was great.
but if
I
it
don't know.
wasn't if it wasn't a milk bar run, it's definitely a blockbuster run
Oh, I feel like that one required a parent though.
because blockbuster you can buy a big bag of popcorn with a 2 liter bottle of Coke, or whatever, chips and chocolate and lollies.
Mm.
And for me, I never used to go to a milk bar. In New Zealand, we grew up, it was called dairy. So we used to
The
go to the
dairy,
dairy. Yeah.
still the same. It's the same thing.
Yeah. It's the same thing. So we used to go to the dairy and you'd buy like 10 cent, chocolate fish or 10 cent something,
Yeah,
wafer.
exactly. 10 cents. You remember when you used to go there and there'd be like 50 plastic boxes for you to pick from, and you used to be like five of them, five of those fizzy things,
Yeah.
10. That was the best. All right, what about this? Remember the gum with the tattoos in them?
Oh my God, hysterical. I used to love the gum instead of the tattoo. I never really cared for the tattoo. I tried it, it never stuck with me.
Okay, I used to love it. The gum lost its flavor in like 5 seconds, which I hated, but the tattoos are always the coolest thing. I don't know why I love tattoos so
Yeah.
much. All right, here's another one that I'm going to throw at you. Buffalo Bills.
You just took the words out of my mouth. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love Buffalo Bill.
How great was it? Okay, I'm going to set a scene for you guys. It's summer. You're having a
Mm.
sleepover, all right? It's like a Friday afternoon. School's just let out, and you're all at your house, and you all walk to the milk bar. You've got like $4 or $5 each. You're going to buy some lollies and an ice cream each. You go into the milk bar. You go to the freezer. Looking in front of you is a delicious Bubble O Bill. What do you do?
You buy a Buffalo Bill because
You buy it.
yeah, because I remember in New Zealand when my grandparents, God rest their souls, used to live in Half Moon Bay at a marina, and I used to get some money from my parents, and I used to walk down like 2 minutes to the milk bar and just grab myself a Buffalo Bill and just eat it on the way up. And
Oh,
then
that's great.
I'd finish it all except for the bubble gum. I just hold off on the bubble gum.
You really didn't like bubblegum. What kind of kid are you?
I wanted the bubble gum at the last minute because I
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
want.
okay. Oh, no, that was every kid. I used to always eat the bubblegum last too because you wanted it to last.
Yeah,
All right, here's another ice cream. I'm gonna throw two at you actually. Milo cups and cyclones.
neither.
Like Milo cups are an Australian staple, young lady. You don't remember them? Oh, they were the best. The Milo cup. Everyone was obsessed with them.
No, we never had those in New Zealand.
Oh
Even here, like
no.
I'm not a fan of Milo. I've tried Milo, but I'm not a Milo girl, so I'd say neither.
Okay, well, it was basically just like a cup of chocolate ice cream, um, which every kid loves. But yeah, they were some of my favorites. But I'm all right. I didn't know they didn't have Milo cups there.
No.
Trying to think what
I
else we
want
used to have
like
back then.
yogurt or ice cream. Take a pick.
Let us know in the comments below what you used to buy at the milk bar, guys.
Would love
Sorry,
to know.
girls only. Yeah, we would love to know. All
I
right,
want
go on. Do you want to throw up the next question, Angel?
bedtime whisper.
Oh, bedtime whispers. Number one, I'm gonna say this. They used to always somehow manage to end up getting romance related, crush related, people you hated at school related. They used to get really deep and philosophical for some reason too. Like you guys will be promising to be each other's best friends for 20 years, and you make pinky promises, and you promise to go on diets together, and you promise to wake up at 6 in the morning and go for a walk together and stuff like that. And I'm going to say this right now. Those conversations, whoever I had sleepovers with, whatever friends they were, cousins, friends, they were the best conversations of my life. I used to have so much fun and used to be sitting there and, you couldn't let their parents know or your parents know you're awake. So you'd be whispering to each other, out of Josh, Neil, and Patrick, who would you pick to marry, leave, and whatever? You play all those games. And it just, wasn't it a great time? Wasn't it a highlight of our childhood, honestly, to connect with our sisters like that?
Yeah, I think a friend of mine of 26 years, I'll leave her nameless. Hi, I know you'll be watching. Her and I, when she used to come sleep at my house, and then vice versa, we'd be in the room and we'd be sort of sitting next to each other and go, let's get married on the same day. Let's have babies together.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
pregnant at the same time. Let's have the babies at the same. Let's live next door to each other.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, so I wasn't the only one. That me and my friends were like dead set on the idea that we were going to buy a housing complex and we are all going to open up our backyards, and it was one big backyard, and then all of our kids would play together. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, it's sort of like, let's do this together and we can go overseas together. It's like, especially when,
Bucket lists.
yeah, bucket list, I definitely have to go to Paris
one day.
Yeah. Let me ask you, here's another one. Dance routines or songs.
Oh my God, sister. You just hit the golden honey pot of an early 2000s, late 90s, 80s sleepover, okay? This is when music was in its full swing of really coming out in its uniqueness and just being okay with what it is, and throwing all this cool new stuff at us. And this was TikTok before TikTok. I'm telling you right now, okay? This was the creme de la creme of a sleepover. If you had a sleepover and you didn't create a dance routine or some sort of musical act or some sort of show for your parents or whoever was there, then you did not have a sleepover. I have some legendary stories. I even created a dance at a sleepover that I then went on to perform at a primary school talent show. What? I was that I was that excited and like happy for that I made this dance. But honestly, some of the best times of my life. I remember one Christmas, we all the cousins got together and Pokemon, the soundtrack had just come out for the first time. So we all did a musical dance routine to all the entire Pokemon soundtrack, and we made our parents sit through the whole bloody thing. A memory like that can never be beaten. Really, really amazing. And I would assume that it's the same today. When you go on TikTok, you see the younger generation. They really do get into those dance routines, but they're much better than us though. Like they're actually in sync and they actually do good dance routines. But you can still see it in today's day and age. You know, you just want to get together with your friends and just do fun stuff. And a dance routine is just the epitome of bonding. I don't know why it is, but it just really is. It's so much fun to just get together and perform.
I remember school talent shows in New Zealand where the funny thing is here in Australia, you guys don't do it. But in New Zealand, me and my friends, we used to like, well, friends, so-called friends, we used to like every lunchtime we'd meet up after different classes and we'd have like the stereo and we'd play the music and we'd figure out like our dance routines.
Oh yeah, no, they do that. They do that in my people at my high school did that. Every lunchtime they'd get together and have like a shuffle circle, and there'd be music playing, and everyone would come in, and everyone would just be. It'd be like a little mini rave at school.
Yeah. And we'd all like practice our routines. And when it came to the school talent show, we were just like, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun. You don't know anything, but it's fun. And
What about in terms of sleepover though?
um again, I never had girlfriends who I used to do like dance routines or sleepovers, but me and my friend Maria, um oh yeah, yeah. We used to we used to have a bit of a party, me and her, and we used to drink a lot to the point like we were like tipsy and we
Yeah,
played music and like we'd wear like different clothes and we pretend to put on a fashion show and sort of like we'd fall like on the floor laughing at each other. Like and we'd be singing at the top of our lungs. So it was just so funny. Like we'd create our own dance routines, we'd create like our own fashion show and
that's
make
cute. Yeah, I've done. Yeah, I've been there. That's a good memory too.
yeah. So if you
All
watch it,
right.
yeah.
Here's another question. Let's throw another one in the works.
Yep.
Um, Gosh, here we go. All right, makeovers. Now, I know we've talked about this before, you and me, but this is for the viewers now. For myself, I'm gonna say it right now. Makeovers were a massive part of my sleepovers, okay? And they're not makeovers how you think. Now, for some reason, I was obsessed with the Princess Diaries and the makeover scene, a princess and she do do do. Every time I watch that scene in that movie, and this is my version, this is like 7, 8 year old me version of doing makeup, right? I would go and get talcum powder during that scene of when she's getting the makeover in the Princess Diaries, and I would put talcum powder all over my face.
Oh,
I would
cute.
get gel, and I would gel my hair back and real tight and really, and that would be my version of makeup for some reason. And I would think that I was amazing. Then comes the time after that when I started having more sleepovers with friends and cousins and stuff. I started really and I would get like, remember we used to get those like kid makeup when we were younger? I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember them. They kind of weren't 100% strong on the face, but they were there. They showed up. I would take them and we would absolutely crush them up, like take the purple eyeshadow, crush it up into our hands, and then I would draw like a big blob here on my friend, and then I draw a mustache with a tech star, and then it just progressively got worse over the years. I have so many photos of us looking like absolute clowns, just smeared in makeup. And then I remember my mum afterwards always absolutely just hating on us because she'd have to try and get makeup off two young girls' faces at like 9 o'clock at night. And she didn't know how to do it. Mum didn't wear makeup. So she'd be trying to wash it off, and that wouldn't work because you need like wipes and makeup cleanser and stuff like that. And just, that is such a golden memory for me. I actually have photos of us doing this. And then obviously it progressed into like, we used to do things like, let me pick an outfit for you, and then you have to fashion it or something like that. You know what I mean? You couldn't say no to the outfit. It progressively got into better things, but that's a real part of my sleepover childhood. What about you?
Yeah. I never had the whole beside makeup thing sleepover only once with my friend, but other than that, I never when I was little, I don't remember having makeover sleepover at sleepover. It's sort of we were just like, you know, reading magazines or listening to the radio station or like, sort of drawing or sort of gossiping, talking to each other, laughing.
Yeah.
I never grew up with that, so I can't say that relates to me. But let me throw another one at you.
All right, here
Food
we go.
at sleepovers.
Food. All right, let's break this topic up into a couple different categories because there's two different categories. There's three actually. So there's dinner, number one, and there's snacks, and then there's drinks.
Hmm.
They all get progressively worse later on in the lifetime. So when I was younger, I guess we stuck to the stereotypical stuff. You have a sleepover, you have pizza, you have chips, you get some chocolates and soft drink. And then as I got older, maybe like around 15 or 16, I don't know why I'm admitting this on live television, but it progressed into things like Coke and vodka, Coke and Bacardi, straight up Bacardi. I got so drunk on Bacardi one time, I don't even remember. I was so blackout drunk, can't even remember what happened. And then after that, you'd have to go to Macca's. So the food has always been a big element of a sleepover / party. And for me, I don't think I could survive too much in that 15-year-old world now, but I certainly was surviving back then, and we used to really enjoy ourselves. I have some real funny stories of just like walking to McDonald's. I remember once we were walking, right? And we've got a park in front of my place, and my friend was about to jump over the pole and she got stuck on the top. And I was so drunk. I felt so bad that I did this, but I pushed her off. I thought I was helping. And she just fell straight down. And she had a bruise for weeks. But little memories like that, I can't, even though that's not the best memory, I will never forget them. Classic. What about you?
I think maybe pizza, chocolate, chips and lollies, and maybe drinks. Maybe baking cakes or cupcakes. That's as
Oh
far
my
as
God, yes. I forgot about that part.
like I love to bake when I was younger, so like we would like end up baking a cake or mixing different color icings and putting
Yeah.
like M&Ms or lollies on it or cupcakes and something.
Yeah, definitely.
And we would all have like I would have my bed and my friends would have like sleeping bags and whatnot with their pillows and whatnot. And we'd be like munching on chocolates and chips and lollies and but
That's
that
that's
was
it. That's an interesting subtopic, actually. How did you guys arrange your sleeping pattern? Because for us, it was we either had an air mattress on the floor, never just someone put on the floor. And if there wasn't an air mattress, then we slept in the same bed, but head to toe. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
it was my bed and then it was like their sleeping bags on the floor with their pillows that they brought from home from their room. And
Okay.
that's what it is. Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
a scream later on.
Camping style.
Yeah.
It's I mean, sleepovers were an interesting time of our past, and I'm kind of sad to say that when you get older, it doesn't happen. Obviously, it's not going to happen because you're all kind of an independent. But at the same time, it would be nice to have a group of people to just be able to do that with. Just now, I don't think I could stand it. Maybe not so much. Maybe I'd have to have a separate room to sleep in. I don't know if I could stand going to sleep in the same room as someone for like a long period of time. But maybe one night I could tolerate it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Um, it would be nice to see if that trend would ever come back. And I actually don't know within the younger generation now if sleepovers are like even a popular thing.
Yeah.
Is that still a
No,
cool thing?
no. I mean we're all like adults, no.
Not
No.
amongst adults, but I'm in amongst the younger generation now.
I don't think the young ones now experience what we experienced back then. Because now like parents are much more cautious of who they send
Yeah,
their
I
kids,
was about to say that
the
too.
meals, the allergies, the this, who they're hanging out with,
Mm.
sort of monitoring them. I don't
There's
think
not much freedom within the movement of it.
no, like we used to have so much fun. We were more carefree with it.
Well, that's the whole thing. We could go to our friends and then we could actually go to the park down the road and know that we were going to come back safe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a possibility now, which is really sad. But in terms of a sleepover, I would hope that there's still a lot of people out there participating in the tradition.
Yeah.
For me, it was a really great pastime.
I
And
think
yeah.
I think we also took the last thing I said we used, those cameras you take a photo, it comes out like a Polaroid camera. So we used to take photos of how like Polaroids and shit like that to remember our memories. I think that's another cool thing.
I never had a Polaroid because they were always expensive, but I definitely had a disposable camera a lot of times.
Yeah, those ones. We just go I used to have
Yeah.
a disposable
And
camera
you didn't know what it was going to turn out like until you saw it. So
and a red eye. Change the red eye on that one.
yeah, you had to push down that little button to stop the remember the little flash button? Oh god, remember stereos?
Yeah.
Remember physically opening up the lid of a stereo and putting the CD inside. I mean a DVD player. Even
Yeah.
DVD, a VCR.
Yep.
What about all the video game consoles? A Sega.
Atari.
Oh gosh. Anyone who's played a Sega, comment in the comments, okay? Because I'm gonna assume it's only like 3 or 4 of you. That's it.
Commodore 64. Floppy
Yeah.
disks.
Oh god, things are the treasures of the past.
I know. Well, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below about your sleepovers of yesteryear. What did you guys get up to when you had sleepovers? Was it as mad as ours, or was it not as good, or you didn't?
Yeah.
You weren't a part of it. You didn't partake in it. Let us know in the comments below. I would like to hear what you have to
And for the
say.
younger generation, we're actually genuinely curious. Do you guys, is sleepover still a popular thing? Is it still a cool
Yeah.
thing? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know who your favorite crushes are. Like bedtime whispers, or food at sleepovers. And if you guys went to the milk bar, what did you get? And what didn't you get? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe to our page. This way we can find out your answers and we can give you a shout out. Until then, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Angel Rose.
I'm Luna. We love you guys.
Love you
Girls.
guys. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now. Happy
Bye.
sleepover.